Professional education that prepares you for career success while offering affordable tuition.
Do you want to face this challenge? Yeah! Are you ready to take it on? Bring it on!
I ain't scared.
I eat fear for breakfast.
Then let's go!
All right, John, your turn to go up there.
Oh, no. I don't do heights.
Join us at Vikings training camp and rappel down a building to fight homelessness. No experience necessary. Are you down for the challenge?
Come on, Mr. Annell. It's not that bad.
I'm too big. I need to be on the ground.
The Salvation Army down for the challenge, a thrilling rappelling event to raise money for the Salvation Army. It happens on July 28th and 29th at Omni Viking Lakes Hotel in Eagan. Learn more at KFIN.com, keyword calendar.
How long are you going to talk?
And there's rednecks in the south. We all got some kind of...
Where you at? Where you at, Marty?
Right here, yo.
Hi.
Spraying Stetson, raising hell.
Hi. Just looking at Taylor Swift ticket prices.
Man, we are living through a moment that I don't even think because of most of us in this in these two radio studios, we're not the right age to understand how big the moment is we're living through. But this Taylor Swift tour is unprecedented.
Yeah, that's a good word for
Ticket
it.
prices, demand for the tickets, unreal.
It's Beatles-like.
And she's putting on epic shows and some limited dates. And is that just it? That's the recipe? She's just that big right now.
Well, she's not like she's playing the Orpheum Theater. So
Right.
we're playing U.S. Bank Stadium and Soldier Field. They're getting what U.S. Bank will hold, what, 50,000, 60,000?
More than that.
I suppose,
For a
yeah.
concert?
For
Almost
Concert.
70.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Think of that. And then Soldier, same thing. And they're still $2,000.
Well,
I have never
nosebleed seats.
seen ticket prices like this. That where I thought it was incredible. There was a seat in the 300 level for $1,000, and now
Yeah.
that seat is $2,000.
I know.
Yeah. Between
keep
her and
going up.
Beyonce, it's just,
And
it's crazy. There's 66,000 in U.S. Bank Stadium.
66,000 for that
Gotcha.
concert.
For a concert.
Oh,
Wow.
for a concert. I just
Yeah,
looked
I
up
was
how
gonna
many
say that's
seats
for
were.
okay. That's what I thought. The thing about it is, though, Marnes,
What's that?
The Taylor Swift show, unlike a lot of different stadium style shows that I hear about, apparently is a good enough show that you feel well rewarded for your money. Maybe not that money, but you get my point. A lot of times, like for instance, I'm not trying to rip anybody. You go see Metallica, you're seeing a rock band play in a stadium.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You go see Taylor Swift, you're seeing a show.
Yes.
Not just a
Yes,
concert.
a performance, a grandiose,
Right.
all of that.
Exactly, yeah,
And
so-
and like my daughter watches on YouTube, Instagram, whatever, her previous concerts. Like she's just been in Chicago for 3 nights, and somebody somehow illegally, I'm sure, will be live streaming, and Finley will have these on every stop. She'll be like, "Oh, Taylor's playing this," and Taylor's secret song she's playing is she played a Getaway Car in New York, and that was Finley's favorite secret Taylor song, or like not on the set list. So
I know
she and
it's
her friends
not
were all
rock.
texting, "Oh, she played Getaway Car."
I
They
know-
are it.
I
Her
know-
popularity.
Getaway Car by Tracy
Yeah.
Chapman.
No, that's Fast Car. But I guess it's got to be fast as well.
But her popularity is just astonishing right now.
And I'll say, I know that it's not a rock band, Corey, or anything, but it's a band, and there are instruments on stage, and she's writing songs, and these are, we always complain about, is there going to be an artist of this generation that's going to last the way some of our bands did? Taylor is going to. Beyonce is going to.
Yeah.
I can't talk right now, but you get
okay.
my point.
Yeah, no, 100%.
There are some artists, and luckily most of them are female these days, man. I mean, I think that's great.
Just think of the price tag, though. If you take a family of 4 to a Taylor Swift concert,
I don't really know a family of 4 that I want to take to a concert.
you're talking almost $10,000, right? So
Yeah.
it's, do I
Oh, my
want to see a
gosh.
3-hour Taylor show or a week in Disney? I mean,
there's
it's
a lot of
full
people who'd rather
family
see Taylor.
vacation.
Yeah.
I think,
Correct.
you know what? I bet there are a lot of people who'd choose Taylor.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
well,
you're probably
there is
right.
a difference too in the price tickets are listed for and the price tickets
Yes.
will
Are
sell.
going for,
Yeah.
right?
So I'm trying to play this cat and mouse game of, are they actually going to go down? Are they going to go down day of show, night of show? Taylor's on stage.
Well, a
Can I
lot of
snag
times-
one after she started?
Well,
Like,
let's
what-
say there's. I'm
how
not
do you
going
play?
to compare it, Marnie, but let's say the Vikings are playing the Packers, and it's the most wanted ticket of the year. And literally an hour before game time, people are trying to get rid of their tickets for and they panic. They have to sell them because no one's buying them for the price they're asking for. I don't know if it's going to be like that
Yeah.
for Taylor, but I mean, it seems to me like an hour before showtime, you may have a shot at
Well,
getting a couple tickets, but I don't
Funny
know.
you should say that because I've been trying to do the same thing, like figure out what the secret is. And
Strategy.
that used to be it. That was the strategy that people were going to the venue in anticipation of doing exactly that. And now it's like
Doesn't work.
thousands of people are doing that. So much so
well.
that there are vendors and like snack people who are selling food and stuff, knowing there are going to be thousands of extra people
hanging out
who are not going to the show
The scalper's
that want to
delight.
eat or drink or buy a T-shirt or buy the tickets are still selling.
They're impossible to get.
I've heard that.
I've had people,
Unless you're willing to pay $2,000 to sit in the 300 level.
There's
Corey-
so many fake tickets out there.
Yeah,
too.
that's true too.
Oh, good point, Max.
Yeah.
Well, you know
I
what I'm
got
talking
it
about.
one time.
I have had people who I ask for tickets, ask me for tickets. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Because nobody can get them.
Yeah, same.
It's
Well,
just
and
crazy.
we've had this conversation in the past too, but there are literally zero bands I would pay $2,000 to see unless I was guaranteed it was their final show ever.
Yeah.
Right.
And you were
lo-
in the front, hopefully.
Well, not even that. Like, if you for example, I've seen 311 60 times. If you told me 100% we're doing one last show and we're quitting,
You're
we're
gonna pay
retiring,
$2,000, yeah.
sure, then I can have $2,000 of my money. But if it was just like, we don't know if we're done yet, but it might be our last show, I can't pay $2,000 if they're going to come back in 2 years.
Right.
I wouldn't do it. I love Rage Against the Machine. I've been super pissed that those shows have been pushed back a couple times because of COVID. I wouldn't pay $2,000 for Rage, and I love Rage.
I wouldn't either.
I can't believe she's so big that tens of thousands of people in every city are willing to say $2,000. Sure,
And she's been
not
touring for a
even-
long time.
right, and she's not even close
So
to
many
done.
records.
She's
No.
got decades to go.
Right.
But it's
And they're
the
still
show.
willing to just shuck it out. I just think it's unbelievable.
It's
I'm so
unbelievable.
glad there's music that matters that much to kids.
Well,
I'm so glad. Man.
That's a good point,
I'm so
yeah.
glad.
Is it the length of the show that
Well, I
makes
sure hope
this
not.
so appealing? I mean, is it 3 hours? Because she's doing a 3 hour
hours,
show.
yeah.
Oh, is that right?
Well, Springsteen's been doing 3 hour, 4 hour, 3.5 hour shows for 40 years.
Yeah.
It's great that this many kids love her, but man, it does not bode well to accessibility moving forward, right?
No.
This limits it to a very, very small group of people that can
Right.
afford to see Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
I mean, she's
She's
got
got
to be
get
a little,
real lucky.
How does she process this? You know what I mean? As a
she's
human
been-
being, knowing that there are people that are spending 5 figures to go see you for 3 hours. I mean, that's got to be an incredible
I thought
amount
she
of pressure.
pushed back on some of the scalping and all
Well,
the
I know
hoarding
she
of the
did at
tickets
first, but I'll
for
tell
a
you,
while. But man, oh man,
I'm sure she's got a team that shields her from that kind of thing.
I'm sure.
You know, because that would be hard to deal with if you had any heart at all.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
Yeah.
very
Hard.
good point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hasn't Bruce dealt with that stuff in the past? That
Sure.
Bruce is supposed to be the icon of the working
The blue
man,
collar
the
guy.
blue collar guy, and then his ticket prices are astronomical.
$1,100 and
Yeah, but think about when Hawk went and saw Bruce on Broadway. You don't have to say what you paid, but you didn't pay that. And that's a one of a kind, or did
It's
you?
pretty close.
But still, though, that's like an intimate setting with one of his favorite artists. But like, this
Well,
is like, as Marnie was saying, they're $1,900 for literally the last
Yes,
row in the upper
yes,
deck.
the 300
What are you
level.
out of your mind?
Right.
who's the artist that recently bought a bunch of tickets and brought a bunch of kids that couldn't afford to go, like in the first few rows?
Was it Ed Sheeran?
I think you're right.
Stuff
I
like
think you're
that
right.
a lot.
Yeah.
No, you're
Yeah.
thinking
No,
of
that's
Smash
awesome.
Mouth.
Yeah, you're thinking, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure Taylor in her heart would love to do that. Would love to say, hey, listen, I'd love to bring a bunch of kids from whatever, the boys and girls clubs or whatever to the show, and I got the tickets.
Well, that happened with TikTok. There was a father and a daughter standing outside the show out in like MetLife Stadium, and he filmed her like they were singing along. Because that's actually another thing too about these tours is there's a large group of people that just show up outside the stadium to listen.
Yeah.
And so he filmed her, and then some people got in contact with her, and they got them the two of them tickets to a future show or whatever.
Well, I assume they're going to have like the big doors open at U.S. Bank the night of her. Because
I doubt it.
You don't think so? It's in the middle of June.
purposes.
Security.
If I paid $2,000,
I mean-
I'd be like, shut those
I
damn
know.
doors.
No, I'm saying.
Don't let them listen to it for free.
But it's a
outside.
beautiful night.
You're
It's like-
cheating.
but I
security.
was wondering about
Yeah.
that. Would they
Yeah,
have
that because when she plays an open air stadium, that is what a lot of fans have been doing that can't get the tickets.
They just stand
They're
outside.
driving, get as close as you can and just hear what you can hear and be part of it that way. we considered that. That's what Finley said. She's like, how
Oh,
much
poor
can you
Finley.
hear through the roof of the stadium? I'm like, I'm going to guess 0.
Why not pump an audio feed over to the Armory with some video and just have like a T-Swifty can't afford $2,000 ticket party?
Maybe.
Make it like
Secondary
$800.
crowd.
Right?
More reasonable.
There's an article in Fortune magazine that Taylor, when she goes overseas, she's got a show in Argentina where ticket prices started at, in pesos, 75,000 pesos, which is the
Lord.
equivalent of 153 American dollars. And Americans are buying up flights to Argentina.
The flights will cost $5,000.
Because it's going to
but-
cost less to fly to Argentina
Whoa, good for
and spend
them.
$150 on a Taylor Swift
Go
ticket.
around the room really quick because I know we're late for break. Give me any band off the top of your head, not their final show, Sauce, so not Dave's final show. Give me any band you would pay $2,000 to see on, and again, if they have decades to go, so it's not even close to their farewell tour. Does anybody have anyone they would pay $2,000 for? I have zero.
No.
Anybody?
No.
Hawk, anybody?
Probably Rocket Club.
Tupac and Biggie could come back with a joint concert with Martin Luther King and Malcolm X, and I wouldn't pay that much money.
I would pay to see that.
All right. Worth $2,000. Just for the openers.
You don't know.
Oh, boy.
I mean, good for Taylor.
Someday I'll be.
All right. We go commercial free the rest of the way. Headlines next. We'll do In the Box, I think, in a little bit as well. This is the Power Trip Morning Show on the Fan.
Someday I'll be big enough so you can.
Do you want to face this challenge? Yeah! Are you ready to take it on? Bring it on!
I ain't scared. I eat fear for breakfast.
Then let's go!
All right, John, your turn to go up there.
Oh, no. I don't do heights.
Join us at Vikings training camp and rappel down a building to fight homelessness. No experience necessary. Are you down for the challenge?
Come on, Mr. Annell. It's not that bad.
I'm too big. I need to be on the ground.
Party protection on with Off Clean Feel. SC Johnson.
952-0-RES. Call them today. Their summer special, their summer deal is on 20% across the board on all of their services. That includes carpet cleaning, air duct system cleaning, rugs, upholstery, tile. What do you need cleaned? Ask yourself that question right now as I'm asking you to ask yourself that question and say, what do I need cleaned in my home, my cabin, my business? They can do it for you. And again, they can do it at 20% off. The way to get 20% off is simply mentioning KFIN. You guys have loved Zero Res for the last decade plus since I've been doing commercials for them. And Zero Res, in turn, has loved you guys as well. So why not get a good deal? 20% off if you mention KFIN. And again, they do it better than anyone else. That's why I've been using them for a decade plus, why a lot of you have been using them for a decade plus. 952-0-RES. It spells the same forward and backward. ZEROREZ. They have a gotta love it guarantee. They want to make sure that you're as happy as they think you're going to be. They know you're going to be happy. I've always been super happy using Zero Res. 2 ways to get a hold of them: 952-0-RES or online at ZeroResMinnesota.com.
One great benefit that comes with getting old is that you've seen it all. For nearly 200 years, Old National Bank has been there, an established financial partner, serving the community right in the community. Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today. 1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate your car today at carsforkids.org. Your car, running or not, can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Call 877-CARS-FOR-KIDS or go online at carsforkids.org to donate today.
1-877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1-877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
Need fast internet? You found it. Get super fast, ultra reliable quantum fiber internet today. Speeds up to 940 megabits per second. Unlimited data and no annual contract. Go to quantumfiber.com. Limited availability, service and speed in select locations only.
Andy, how long have you been at Continental Diamond?
I started right after college working with my Uncle Jimmy 20 years ago.
Jimmy Pessis, he's the best.
Yes, and he's taught me a ton about diamonds over the years, but especially how to treat a customer fairly, like they're a part of our family.
It's what Continental Diamond is known for.
And I believe a huge reason why we've been voted best jeweler 13 years in a row.
Go see Andy or any of the great staff at Continental Diamond for all your diamond jewelry and watch needs. Visit their store in St. Louis Park or online, continentaldiamond.com.
Hey, Meat Sauce, you're reminding you to do the do at Holiday. That's right. You'll soon be doing a happy dance. Mix and match any two 20-ounce Mountain Dews and get one free. That includes the exclusive flavor Purple Thunder, only for a limited time at Holiday.
Hey, it's Chris Hockey, the Power Trip Morning Show. I'd like to tell you some things I don't have to worry about because I work with Aquarius Home Services at AquariusHomeservices.com. I don't have to worry about my home's water because there's always water flowing from every single faucet in my house. I don't have to worry about my AC system, my plumbing. One call takes care of all of it. Water heater, garbage disposal, leaky toilet. None of that's a problem for me. No flickering lights, no faulty outlets in my house thanks to Aquarius Home Services. Their motto is earning the right to be recommended. I could not more highly recommend Aquarius Home Services at AquariusHomeservices.com.
If you are looking for a new deck in the western suburbs, TonkaDecks.com got to my house the day after I called them. My guy Billy took care of the project right from the start. TonkaDecks.com uses TimberTech products, which are the best products in the market. Make your dream deck come true with TonkaDecks.com today.
You're listening live to The Power Trip on iHeartRadio and FM 100.3 KFIN, The Fan.
Thank you to the Salvation Army for sponsoring today's Power Hour live stream. Down for the Challenge is a thrilling, repelling event to raise money for the Salvation Army July 20th and 29th. Omni Viking Lakes Hotel in Eagan is where you can find it. It's during Vikings training camp. You can learn more at KFIN.com keyword calendar.
Thank you, Zacho. Duh. Final segment. Yeah, you can check us out KFIN.com/watch right now to see what we're all doing as we do radio.
Marnie looks fantastic. The rest of us look exactly how you think we would look.
Yeah, pretty much.
We don't look great, but it's early. Give us a break.
Everybody looks nice.
I mean, come on. Relatively speaking, I guess. I mean, compared to what?
Question for Sas.
Yeah.
Were you sitting here in my seat where I am currently sitting when you played Password on Friday?
Yeah.
There's something wrong with these headphones.
I wonder why. He broke them.
Yeah.
You slammed them on the ground.
Every time I move my head, I can hear all the reverberant noise of the.
Yeah.
He slammed those on the ground and broke them on Friday.
Yeah.
Then yesterday he spilled coffee straight onto that microphone
I
thing
thought
there.
you broke those headphones, Mars.
I'm sorry, I don't understand.
Oh, yeah, you have to throw them first. Yeah.
But I used them after I threw them.
Yeah, that was my
Which
favorite
I
picture.
threw them in excitement. I feel like there's a difference.
Sure.
Both sides.
Yeah.
Every time I turn my head, I can just
Still bitter
hear
about
the
that.
boom, 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 boom.
Barnes, you and Little B have advanced, defeating Carly and Mark Rosen.
That was
Correct.
never should have happened.
Charge and myself have advanced. Donaldson and Guard have advanced. There's three of the semifinalists. And then, of course, on Friday, Max and Common versus Swedberg, Greg Swedberg and Brian Oak.
Yeah.
Anybody out of the other four teams that are left outside of you scare you or not? Who do you not want to run into?
At this point, everyone scares me. We are
scared you?
gettable. We have cracks in the armor.
Yes.
Hey!
I think you're correct.
Sorry, Mummy.
The three teams that have won didn't bring their best, right? All three winning teams had moments where they were struggling. Nobody's just trucked anybody yet.
We were dangling by a thread, and I am not afraid to admit that. So I no longer. I'm confident we have a good team. I love my partner. She's my soulmate. But we've yet to connect. So I don't know what's going to happen. It should be a good game once we get there. I'm really curious to hear Max and Common though, because I think the two of you have just the most bizarre connection. It somehow works.
Oh yeah, we've never lost.
They play well together.
There's a lot of humor.
The Drip
in it.
Brothers.
As long as Common is still in the game and doesn't get bored and starts
He doesn't
looking
get bored with Max, though. He just checks out on you.
He checks out on me every day.
We keep the energy. Freaky and dashiki, baby. I mean, come on.
Good luck.
I think it's look, I'm a gambling man. If anybody wants to take Swedberg and Oak, I'm willing to bet on Max and Common.
I'll take Swedberg and Oak.
What's the line? Not that it matters.
5.5, I think.
Who?
That says Swedberg.
We're the favorites.
Them.
You guys are the
We're
favorites?
the favorites. Yeah,
Spirit-
Swedberg actually,
Oh,
he
wow.
was
Hasn't played very
contentious
much.
about it with Power Trip
Oh,
Bets on Twitter.
Swedberg, yeah, he's very contentious about all
I'll
of
take
that.
him straight up.
You know who's got the
I'm not
worst?
giving you points.
I want the point.
I thought they were going to be dogs.
The one position
we
I
are
would not
dogs,
want to be
DAWG.
in. I
What's
would
that?
not want to be Brian Oak.
Yeah.
No, because with Swedberg?
Yeah, are you
oh,
kidding
I
me?
know.
Do you know the
glare.
punishment?
Oh, if you lose.
Oh,
The intimidation? You
How does
gotta
that
win.
midnight to 6 a.m. shift sound?
Well, Swedberg hates Larry Mondello guy forever because of last year's tournament. Now he's going to hate Oak forever.
Right.
Straight up, I'll take Max in common.
No.
Straight up,
Thanks.
970.
I don't know. You're acting like this line is cut in stone.
But
It's
I'd rather
bets
have
just
the
coming-
points.
Well, yeah, but I was betting it, assuming that Max and Common were going to be the dogs. I was going to
Nope, I'm good.
go straight up.
Yeah.
All right, never mind.
All right.
Ready for headlines?
I sure
Yeah.
am. Can't wait.
Now it's time for headlines.
A new survey found that 61% of us are more afraid of running out of money in our old age than we actually are of dying itself.
That's
More afraid of going broke
then dying?
than dying when you're older.
Is it because of ticket fees and resort fees?
I can't charge you
Yeah.
for dying. Yeah. It's a bizarre sort of way of looking at life.
Yeah.
A woman in Tennessee allegedly paid $10,000 in Bitcoin on the dark web to hire a hitman to kill the wife of a man that she met on Match.com. They met when he was single. They went hiking a few times, but then he moved on with somebody else, married her. And this gal didn't like it.
Well,
So apparently this dates back a while. It's, you should have been with me. He didn't agree, married somebody else, and now she tried to pay $10,000 to have the wife killed.
Ooh.
that's an overreaction.
That usually works out real well.
And did anybody check the wife's vibes? Maybe her vibes were off.
Maybe.
been.
A 54-year-old man in the UK was so addicted to cheese that he has spent an estimated $70,000 on cheddar cheese over the years and goes through at least 2 blocks a day. He hasn't crapped since 1995.
How has he not gone blind?
Chill out, Charlie.
2 blocks of cheese a day.
Velveeta?
It's just cheddar.
I mean, one time
Cheddar?
Homer Simpson ate 96 slices of American cheese, but
Not even angry.
yeah,
I will
that's
tell you-
that's so much.
If you just had a block of cheddar cheese and some good like Tostito chips and you melted that, I could
You're good.
come close to 5 blocks of
yeah.
cheese.
Oh, cheese
I'm not a
rails.
huge fan of cold cheese, but melted
all
like
cheese is great.
oh man, chose. Am I right?
Yeah.
A new study says that working men can avoid burnout.
Napping?
Yeah.
Go ahead, Hawk.
Diddlin.
Yeah, diddlin.
A new study says that working men can avoid burnout by
Diddlin. I just told you.
Banging,
Doodling.
Smoking weed.
smoking, drinking.
getting married.
Smoking weed.
Oh, okay.
It says the improvement is based on a partner being able to provide emotional support. What?
Double rosy laugh.
I love the double rosy laugh.
Jeez, this is...
Of all people to read that, you. Emotional support.
Seems like propaganda from Big Wife.
Oh.
According to a new report, toe wrestling is still a thing.
Dude, I'm watching it right now.
Or thumb.
We can't do it anymore.
As we speak, I'm watching it right now.
Come on.
I swear to
Toe
God.
Oh, yeah,
wrestling?
no.
Are you into it?
Oh, my. Look at that. He is.
It's been pretty intense.
Yeah, I read about it this morning, and I was
the
like,
hell
what the hell
is-
is toe wrestling? So,
Who's winning? Look at that guy.
Not Creasel.
Oh.
so you put your toes, wrap them around each other, and, and they're in this
Oh,
little
look at that.
tiny arena.
That's
and the
hot.
first person who can move the other person's foot over to touch the side of the,
It seems like the leg strength would just win out.
yeah.
Think how many pervs show up to that.
All of them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They're all there taking photos.
Oh,
Yeah.
Rex Ryan's the defending champ.
It's him versus Quentin
He's the
Tarantino.
commentator.
Right.
You know, when you do arm wrestling, once in a while you get a broken arm, right? It's
That's
just
little B.
gross, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if that happens in toe wrestling. Just a broken shin from the pressure.
Oh, hideous.
I wonder if there's any sort of requirement to wash So
Maybe that's part of the strategy.
wash your feet before you show
That's
up.
no fair.
Because some people.
See, like, don't basketball players do that once in a while? Like not shower intentionally, so you just don't quite want to defend them.
Guard them.
I wonder
Wrestlers do.
maybe, wrestlers maybe as well. Smell as bad as possible to psych out your opponent. Show up with dirty feet, Marnes. Go for it. Marnes, you're going to love this story. This won't piss you off at all. A nightclub in Australia called Woolshed on Hindley
Oh, that sounds awesome.
is in a lot of hot water, even in Australia, because they offered a promotion where they would offer women free drinks based on their bra size.
What?
This story says, this sounds like it's straight out of an 80s comedy, maybe like Porky's or something, but the ad on social media said that the women would get 1 free drink if you have an A cup, 2 if you have a B cup, and 3 for a C cup.
She's drinking for free.
Then they also said, the other backlash is because of this too, they also said that if your bra is uncomfortable, feel free to hang it up and let loose.
Man, I like that as a
Well, what if you are fully clothed and you are aware of this deal?
Well, see you later.
This deal.
There goes Rose.
And by birth, you are an A cup, but by dress and stuff, you're in there getting 3 or 4 drinks.
I would say if you're an A cup, just go buy a D cup at Target or whatever, Australian
stuff
Target, and then just show them the tag. Right? I doubt they don't get to inspect. It's like, no, look at the tag. It's a D. Give me 4 free drinks, you a-hole.
That's hard when he finds out he can't go in.
You sexist pig. All right, now, Martins, you and I clearly are on this side, right?
French.
This is misogynistic. This is sexist. This is awful. But I think it's good in 2023 to hear both sides of the argument. So, Mark, if you want to say the other side of the story, give me the defense.
You know what?
For
I think I think it should be in. Oh, Martin's giving me the. I can feel her. The heat coming this way.
Perfect boobs. Wow.
I think they should. Why not go the other way?
Which way?
Well, I mean, if
You know
A
what?
or
You
B,
might
if
wanna
it's
just go ahead and
smaller,
stop.
then what difference does it make? Give them
You
more
might
drinks.
Want to just stop?
So
Why?
You would like to reward the smaller breasted guys and then neglect the
Not
other
neglect,
ones.
but I think it's kind of this is kind of
So you are
reverse
still
discrimination.
You're in favor of the promotion.
I'm
just
not in
invert
favor.
it.
No, you're trying. Okay, counselor, nice try. No, I just think that's. I think that'd be a little more original thinking.
But you're against.
I think the whole thing is stupid.
Okay, just checking.
Okay,
all right.
A groom is catching a lot of hot water because there's a video of him apparently, and everybody's trolling him on Twitter because he was scrolling his phone while he was walking down the aisle to get married.
Well, plan B for me.
And on their way out of the church as well. He went right back to his phone.
Maybe he's gambling.
Well, was there a game going on that?
Right. Yeah.
I mean,
Rosie literally just checked Twitter while he
I just did that. I'm putting my phone away for my wedding. I guarantee you.
Have you guys ever been on a flight with an unruly passenger where somebody had to be removed
Yeah.
at the end of the flight?
Well, weren't you and my brother on that one flight, the Sun Country flight, where the bride and there was 2 brides, 2 grooms. They were going out to Las Vegas as a couple.
Oh, it was awful.
For their honeymoon, and the 2 husbands got kicked off because they'd been drinking all day at the Wild Bar, and then the 2 wives stayed and went. Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
I had a guy that was, this is post 9/11, I think, and we were landing in Detroit or something, and there wasn't an emergency on the plane, but some guy tried right before we were landing to open the emergency door, and everybody kind of grabbed him. I was like, "What are you doing?" Because he was panicked. He thought, we're going to crash or something. I went, "No, we're not going to crash." But that was he wasn't unruly. He was just nuts. But yeah, there's those moments.
Here's why I ask.
Why? What
According
happened?
to a new report, there's an unruly passenger on 1 in every blank number of flights.
Unruly by needing. Guys get drunk and they become unruly. But.
Just, I guess, to the
Maybe
point where it needs to be dealt with.
15.
Yeah.
20.
1 out of every 15 to 20 flights?
Yeah.
10.
Chris, want to take a shot
I
at
was going
this?
to say like 70.
70? Max?
I'll say 13.
Zacho?
14.
Oh, come on.
It's more prevalent this year than it was before.
I bet.
Now there's one unruly passenger for every 568 flights.
Oh, that's
my gosh.
Oh,
Up
I'm
from
way off.
35. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Is we think it's way worse than it is.
It's not.
One out of every 568.
Yeah.
That's why I asked, because I don't think I've ever seen an incident on a plane in my entire life.
Every single one is captured, of course, now on someone's telephone. So that's why it seems like it's a lot
correct.
more.
It feels like it's a lot more often because there's millions of flights.
Right.
How many flights are there a day in the world?
10 million?
10 million.
I was once on a flight where an overweight guy was passing out, so he put sunglasses on.
I remember that one.
And then laid in the back and felt way better, I heard.
According to latest estimates, there are about 100,000 flights per day.
Oh.
And I almost became an unruly passenger when someone leaned their seat back on my flight.
Oh, man, Max, I feel for you.
Oh, my
I
God.
really do.
Oh, well.
I can hurt people when that happens.
That dude felt it too. He got a knee every 2 to 3 minutes.
I've done the same thing. You just stick your knee right there.
Oh, yeah.
And don't move it.
Did he put the seat up then?
No, but he fell asleep. I gave him a big one, woke him up.
Good.
Said, you find something to do, big dog. You're up with me.
Yeah.
You ain't going to sleep.
Way to go, Max.
There was a documentary in the works about Louis C.K.'s eventual return to comedy after his fall due to sexual misconduct, but now Paramount started producing it before they merged with Paramount Plus streaming service with Showtime, and now yesterday Showtime announced that they are scrapping it.
Yeah, probably not a bad idea.
I guess it depends, right? I mean, depends on if it's like, hey, he's a hero and he's back, or if it's just
the show that seedy side of him.
If it's a documentary on what he's gone through,
right?
Is that putting him on a pedestal? I don't know.
Yeah.
If it makes him look like he's floundering and lost and how far down the hole he is, and
that's a documentary.
It's still the reality.
That's
I don't
the
know.
very definition of a documentary.
Maybe he's saying I blew it, man. You know, I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know.
I haven't followed him closely enough in the last couple of years to know if he's
coming back at all,
remorseful, or if it's more like I got screwed over here. I don't know what his take is. I haven't listened to him enough to know.
I think it's more so like I got canceled type deal. Doesn't really, from what I've seen, some headlines and stuff, doesn't really sound like he's super remorseful. Plus, he won a Grammy like a year or two ago.
He did?
Yeah.
He did, yeah.
He
For
did.
best
His
comedy
latest
album.
special was hilarious. Sorry, I think is what it was. Yeah, phenomenal.
Sorry, question mark?
Really? I did not even know that existed. I must be honest.
The Cheers bar sold for $675,000.
Wow. That's all?
That's what I thought
the
too.
Bar, or
The actual real bar.
Wasn't the interior and the exterior are two different places?
Yeah, the exterior was
right.
Yeah, that's in
real.
Boston.
The interior was
a set, movie set. Yeah,
Great show.
I've been to that exterior in Boston near the park area. I don't know. It's super. As soon as you see it, you immediately know what it is. But it's also just random. It's just on a sidewalk. There's nothing special about it. It's kind of surreal to see it, but I can see where it would. So you're saying that exterior with the stairwell going down,
$675.
Interesting. I would have thought more.
And it was ironic because you're a big deal here, but when you went into that bar, nobody knew your name.
Incredible.
Not
Great
one
song.
person.
No.
They know John Bonus, though.
They do know Johnny Bones.
He's been there once.
Sure do, yeah.
All right, that'll do it. We doing it in the box or what?
No.
Oh, we're not doing
No,
it.
I forgot until just now. But I have a lot of other stuff.
Go.
Okay.
If you would like me to do some other stuff.
Yeah.
All right. First, I want to talk to you about this new thing with folks in Japan, where we talked about whatever we call it the other day, where people are like just kind of laying in bed all the time.
Oh,
bunkering or something.
bed rotting.
Yes, bed rotting. That's it. Yeah,
Nailed
right.
it.
They're taking it to a whole nother level in Japan. And they're concerned about their youth never leaving the home. And when I read this story, I thought to myself, well, that sounds just like Corey Cove. If they threw in a little poker, they'd be all right. In Japan, an estimated 1.5 million people, many of them young men, now live in complete isolation. The problem has grown so severe that the Japanese have a term for it. It's called hikimoriani. I bet that's not how you say it. How much you want to bet?
Probably not.
Which literally means one who withdraws from society.
Hi.
There's like TV shows about people like that in Japanese TV shows and stuff. It's like it's a thing. Yeah.
Really. During a recent interview, Chris Williamson, a British podcaster based in Austin, Texas, discussed the fact that 7 million men of prime working age are currently without employment and not seeking jobs. Many of them, say this guy, spend an inordinate amount of time indoors totally withdrawn from society and alone. They play video games, they watch pornography, and they tend to engage in heavy drug use. You're real close on this, Core.
Yeah, Core. All except the drugs.
Checking the boxes.
Right.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Work carried out by academics at Kyushu University has found that a low testosterone level is one of the common metabolic signatures. Which is important to note because testosterone levels among young American men are plummeting and have been for years. The drop now reportedly affects 1 in 4 men in the U.S. It's most commonly assumed that testosterone fuels antisocial behavior. In December, Avatar director James Cameron made headlines when he claimed that testosterone is a toxin that needs to be worked out of somebody's system. I do that all the time.
Tell that to him.
That's what hot calls getting the poison out.
That's right. So, again, keeping an eye on this story, people isolating themselves from the world.
Well,
Go ahead, Rose.
I'm saying this is just in Japan?
No, like I said, it started, they're worried about it the most in Japan because it's become a
Well, there's so
major
many
problem.
people, especially in Tokyo. I mean, I'm thinking, how difficult is it to even socialize and make friends? I mean, really, I don't know. Maybe that's the reason. Like, where are you going to go? What are you going to do? It's an odd, boy, it's kind of sad.
It's very sad.
You hear that.
And with technology, you can actually do that.
Not
You
have
can
to-
still stay up to date on
not having a job.
what is
not-
going on outside. You can get food delivered to you.
How are you living? Unless your
You can
parents are
order
paying for your.
things from Amazon, whatever you need. Like you actually can
Gotta have
live a
money
life
to
of
do
isolation.
that.
Do you remember that movie, Wall-E?
Yeah, well, of course I do.
Yeah, that's what it was about, right?
That's what it was.
They sat in chairs, they got fat, they wandered
They went on
around.
interstellar space cruises.
They had
it looked
to.
unbelievably
I
fun.
love
You
that
liked
movie.
it, didn't you? Yeah.
That was,
That's a good movie.
It was very good.
Yeah.
What was the girl's name? It was Wally and like soda pop or something.
No, it was, hold on. It was
Eve.
Holly. Yeah.
Eve. That's right. It was Eve. Yeah. Oh, I wonder what that was about. Hundreds of Sandiagans.
Oh, wow. Good point. Never thought of it that way.
Hundreds of Sandiagans got the scare of their life. This is terrible. 400 residents opened their mailbox to find letters saying they have cancer.
Jeez.
Have a nice day.
They actually did not. Grail, the maker of Gallery blood tests, say their tests can detect more than 50 types of cancer, but a software glitch sent out incorrect letters.
Good Lord.
Oh, my.
Man.
Grail says those letters went out between May 10th and May 18th. I don't know what's going on.
Indiana hockey.
I don't know what's going on with my mouth. I got one of them there letters in the mail.
Yep, now I got to fight.
I had a fight scheduled either way. Anyway, May 10th to May 18th by a third-party vendor known as PWN Health. Retraction letters were sent out within 36 hours of the original cancer diagnosis letters. San Diego company Illumina owns Grail. Again,
my God.
Can you imagine?
All right, but think about this. If there was 400 people that thought they were possibly dealing with cancer, then all 4 of them get the confirmation you have cancer.
Yeah.
Then they retract it.
Yeah.
Some of those 400 eventually got another letter saying, no, in fact,
You
this
really
is
do.
not
Yeah,
a boy
good
who
point.
cried wolf situation.
Yeah.
This time it's for real. What a bunch of waves of hell there.
Yeah, that sounds awful.
Jeez.
I've told the story on the air before, but it's been a very long time. You guys remember my story about something similar to this? So this is a different doctor I had a long time ago, Marnes. This was really something. This truly happened to me. So I went to the doctor's office routine physical. Again, not my current doctor. He's the best, but a different doctor. Did all my blood work and everything like that. The next day, I got a call, not a text, not an email, a call saying we need to get you in here immediately. I'm like, oh my God. So I go inside the doctor's office. He comes in and he says, your cholesterol is so high that it is not an if, but when you're going to have a heart attack. I would say within the next 6 months. We've
How
got to
long
get you.
ago was this?
This was, I was doing the show, so 10 years ago, maybe something like that.
God.
So he's like, we got to get you on these statins immediately.
Right.
But before we take any drastic action, we're going to obviously take your blood again, blah, blah, blah. So they do all the tests. I spent one entire day, like literally not moving hardly at all. Because I thought I was any moment,
today.
right?
Yeah, it's over.
Right?
Wow.
The next day, literally the next day, got a call. They had mixed up my results with somebody else.
Oh, my.
Oh, my.
Think how many times that happens.
Right.
Yeah. That's why medical malpractice doctors make a ton of cash.
Mm-hmm.
for 24 hours, though.
You thought you were in bad shape.
Yeah.
You mean lawyers?
Probably the worst doctors out there.
I was like, wait a minute.
They're called
That's where
lawyers.
they make the most. They screw over
Yeah, but the
everybody.
medical malpractice doctor, they'll screw it over and then they'll sue you.
Wow. I didn't
medical
even catch
malpractice lawyers.
that. So, anyway.
I was listening to Hawk's story and I didn't want my buddy to be dead.
Thanks, bud.
Buddy boy.
Thank you, buddy. Bye.
How do they,
That other poor
when they
guy.
deliver the news that indeed they messed that up, how carefully do they tell you, our bad?
Yeah, no, he called me as soon as they could. I think it may have been like really early in the morning. I may have been on the air when I got the call saying that they had messed it up because as soon as they knew they messed it up, he called me right away.
And
obviously, I'm sure they were afraid I was going to do something. But I didn't. I was just so relieved.
Well, it's unusual. I don't know when your previous physical was or when you had blood work, but there's usually a pattern for that for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Like, hey, your cholesterol's up a little bit.
Well, that
we
was
gotta
the thing
keep
that
an
freaked him
eye on
out.
it.
Rosie, I went from being okay health-wise to,
Yes,
oh my God,
that's
you're
just-
going to die tomorrow,
Yeah,
you know?
that doesn't make any
The
sense.
scary thing is that was somebody else's result.
Right, exactly.
You know?
They have to call that guy
Yeah,
or
right.
woman.
Semi-scarier part is you probably told Corey and I this and we don't remember.
Yep, exactly right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure that happened. You know,
You guys are good friends.
yeah.
No, but like
Memory.
we just don't remember anything.
Yeah. Well, you
Well,
get to
I'm
watch.
sorry,
You get to
everybody.
watch old movies like they're brand new. That's the
Yeah.
only good thing about it.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see what else I got. Microsoft will pay $20 million to settle charges that the company illegally collected personal data from children. The Federal Trade Commission announced the settlement Monday after accusing the tech company of taking info from kids who signed up for an Xbox gaming account without getting parental consent. Microsoft will have to put stronger protections in place as part of the settlement. Only $20 million. They must not have thought it was that big a deal,
Right.
right?
All these companies get to just break all these rules, and as long as they have enough money, it's not that big of a deal.
It's kind of like when you get to dance one time in the program password invitational. You can shimmy once
It's
and
just
not
like
get
that, Corey.
penalized.
It's exactly
Don't
like
bring
that.
that up.
Yep, yep.
Yep.
Yellowstone is urging visitors to protect wildlife after some tourists picked up and put a baby elk in their car.
Way to go.
Come on.
Yeah, right.
Come on, Kevin.
Was this a petting zoo?
That's what they thought. In recent days, some actions by visitors have led to the endangerment of people and wildlife and resulted in the death of wildlife. The park calls on visitors to protect wildlife by understanding how their actions can negatively impact wildlife. I don't think I know a person dumb enough to do that.
No.
Do you guys?
No.
Do you know it? Do you really?
Yeah.
Oh my
Who
God.
said yes,
What do
Corey?
you look at? Why do you take Zach?
You looked at me. I wouldn't do that. No, I love animals.
No, honestly, putting a baby elk in the back of your car is too much work.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. and let's be honest, I probably can't bend over and pick it up.
Fair.
No.
I'm basically like the guy
so
from the
big.
American Gladiators, which is the saddest documentary I've ever
honestly,
seen.
Yeah, that one's sad.
Holy
Yeah.
I
smokes!
haven't seen
All
it.
of them.
It was
All of them.
eye-opening.
Most of them are like broke and decrepit. It's so sad that I think it. Hawk said it was Malibu, but it was Thunder. You
It
remember
was, yeah, my
Thunder?
fault about that. I didn't know their names.
What's the thing he has, Hawk, that like helps him sit up? But he's got this like brace that like holds him up, but the right side of his body is dead. So he like leans on a walker and he's like 55. It's terribly sad.
Yeah, I went
and
back.
one guy made all the money.
I watched the documentary yesterday, the first half, and I went because I'd never really seen American Gladiators growing up, and I watched the first season. They have all the episodes on YouTube. I could not believe the lack of safety precautions that they had on those guys.
It was new to you, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the Thunder guy said that at one of the seasons that all the airbags that they would fall into weren't inflated enough. So they were like, was that what they're called?
No, I don't know. They're falling on concrete, though, basically?
Essentially, yeah.
He said that
He's
they
right.
were filling them with like leaf blowers halfway up.
That's exactly right. It sounds ridiculous.
No, it's 100%. He fell off the joust and hit his back on the concrete. Yeah. But they had to do it because there were like 3 guys who would just come in and replace him.
Yeah, if
They
they
had
do
to
it,
keep going.
we'll find
And they
somebody
made-
else who does,
As
right?
Hawk said yesterday, they made $25,000.
That
A
Malibu
year.
guy said that he got a concussion on his first day at work.
He got kicked in the
Man,
face.
man.
Yeah.
Joust was super fun to try to emulate on the docks.
Yeah. Yeah.
DOCKS.
You ever played the American Gladiator video game?
Sure did.
Yeah.
It wasn't good.
I didn't
No,
know
and
that.
It's
the
probably
other,
the first and only time I've ever heard the term pugil stick.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Wasn't that like that giant Q-tip? They just would go back and forth. Yeah.
That's exactly what it was. It was
That's
a giant,
clever.
That's
It was
funny. I
sweet.
never did. Yeah,
There's a place for it, and with all the streaming services, they should bring it back one more time. People would watch it, and the reason
With
that
even fewer safety precautions.
sure, but the
Make
reason it
real.
started in '89 was a writer's strike. The reason it came back in '08 was it Hawk? Writer's strike.
Yeah.
So that's what we have now. So
Right.
this is the window.
Yeah.
Get Mike Adamley off his sweet ass. Have him do something. Larry Zonka, is he still with us?
Hey, get him off his sweet ass.
Get him off his
Even
sweet
if
ass.
he's not still with us.
I
Get
don't
him off
think
his
he
sweet
is.
ass.
Is Zonka still
Passed.
with us?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Larry Zonka,
Yeah.
the football player.
Yeah, I think
I think he
is.
passed.
Yeah, no, he's still around.
Is he? Oh, okay. I messed.
He's available.
mistaken with
He's
someone else.
76, still kicking it. He can still
Holy
do it.
cow! I didn't know that.
Real quickly, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but I'll mention this. I'll forget if I don't. Former Vikings first-round pick Laquan Treadwell signed with the Ravens.
No kidding.
I didn't know he was even in the league. Still. I had no idea.
Good for Laquan.
Yeah.
Just keeps holding on, but
He
who
does,
knows if he
man.
actually makes the team, but he just keeps finding teams that give him a chance. Martin, see you on Friday for initials or what?
Yes, I will be here. And also tomorrow night, the Lynx at Liberty, 6 o'clock on Bally Sports North.
That's tomorrow.
Thank you.
All right, then
That
we'll see
is,
you
yeah.
Friday. Rosie, we'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, there aren't many left, but June 6, 1944. This is for the D-Day. I think about it all the time, and those brave men who kept us free. Man, oh man, what a day. All right.
Right on.
Yep.
9 to noon next. See you tomorrow.
KFAN Total Traffic.
From the Quick Trip Traffic Center, here's a look at the roads. On 694 westbound, traffic is stop and go most of the way from before Long Lake.
Do you want to face this challenge? Yeah! Are you ready to take it on? Bring it on!
I ain't scared. I eat fear for breakfast.
Then let's go!
All right, John, your turn to go up there.
Oh, no. I don't do heights.
Join us at Vikings training camp and rappel down a building to fight homelessness. No experience necessary. Are you down for the challenge?
Come on, Mr. Anel. It's not that bad.
I'm too big. I need to be on the ground.
Electric for cooling and comfort solutions that work. Right now, get an AC tune-up for just $47. Go to callhomeworks.com.
Every summer day is an opportunity for an adventure. So don't waste a single one waiting for your motorcycle gear to arrive.